What if I told you that your most cherished memory, the one that made you who you are, never happened? Not exactly, anyway. That perfect Christmas morning you remember, the one where the light hit just right and everyone was happy? Your brain made up about half of it, and the rest, it stole from other memories, filled in the gaps with what should have happened, and then convinced you it was real. You're not lying to yourself, your brain is lying to you, and it's been doing it your whole life. Welcome to the part where your childhood gets a little less real. Let me ask you something. Do you remember being 3? No, really, think about it. Can you see yourself? Tiny hands, wobbly legs, the whole ridiculous package? Here's the thing. Almost no one remembers being 3, and the people who think they do, they're remembering photographs or stories their parents told them or dreams they had later. Your brain doesn't store memories like a camera. It doesn't have a hard drive. It has a reconstruction engine that reassembles the past every single time you try to access it. Here's the messed up part. Every time you remember something, you're changing it. Every single time. Your memory is a document you edit every time you open it, like a Word file that updates itself while you read it, but sneakily when you're not looking. Let's talk about Elizabeth Loftus. She spent her career proving you can't trust a single thing you remember. She did this terrifying experiment in the 1970s, showed people a car crash, then asked a simple question. How fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other? Another group got, how fast were the cars going when they hit each other? The smashed group said the cars were going significantly faster, and here's the kicker. A week later, they remembered seeing broken glass at the scene. There wasn't any glass. They literally invented a memory because of one word, in real time, without noticing. Now think about every court case that's ever relied on eyewitness testimony. Think about every argument you've ever had where you were sure you remembered something. You're probably wrong. Sorry. This is where you start panicking, right? You're like, wait, so my entire life is a lie? I don't even know what's real. Relax. Your brain is doing this to keep you functional. Because if you remembered everything exactly as it happened, you'd be completely insane. It's like looking at high-res photos of your own face. You'd never leave the house. You just sit there going, is that what I look like from the right? What's wrong with my everything? Your brain is not trying to deceive you. It's trying to survive. It's just doing a really sloppy job that happens to be kind of beautiful. It's like a dad who tries to fix your bike but makes it slightly worse each time. He means well, but now the front wheel is sideways. Here's where it gets genuinely mind-bending. You don't just misremember details, you misremember the meaning. There was a massive study after 9/11, thousands of people tracked for years. After the first year alone, only 63% of their memory details still matched what they'd said right after it happened. By year 3, almost half of it had changed. And the wild part? Their confidence never dropped. They'd swear up and down they remembered it perfectly while describing a different building. Your brain is not recording, it's translating. It takes the mess of reality and turns it into a story that makes sense. And in the process, it makes you the hero of that story. Why? Because you can't be the villain of your own life. It's unbearable. So your brain does you a solid. It edits out the bits where you were a prick. It adds in a little extra courage, a little more wit. You're basically the star of a film you're writing, directing, and editing while it's playing. And you haven't noticed because you also wrote the review. So, what do we do with this? Do we despair? Do we throw our hands up and say nothing matters anymore? No. Here's the thing. Your memories are mostly fiction, yes, but that doesn't mean they're meaningless. The fact that your brain chooses which parts to embellish, which parts to highlight, that's not a glitch. That's the most personal thing about you. Your memories aren't a documentary. They're an interpretation. They're what happened plus who you are now. The fight you had with your father? You probably remember it differently than he does. And that's okay, because you were both telling the truth, your truth. Maybe our memories are fiction, but they're our fiction, the story we tell ourselves about who we are. So go ahead, remember that summer. Remember that person you loved. Remember that day everything changed. Just remember, the brain didn't give you a perfect record of your past. It gave you something better. It gave you a story that made surviving worth it.
If that made something click, hit subscribe. New videos dropping on this channel covering the hidden science behind the way you think, feel, and behave, explained simply, visually, and in a way that actually sticks. Hit the bell so you never miss one. The answers have always been there. You just needed someone to explain them.